สวัสดีค่ะขณะนี้ทุกท่านกำลังอยู่กับ Hillso KKU English Corner ในรายการ2 ปี deeptalk รายการพอดแคสต์ที่จัดทำขึ้นโดยนักศึกษาคณะมนุษยศาสตร์และสังคมศาสตร์มหาวิทยาลัยขอนแก่นรายการที่จะพาทุกคนไปพูดคุยและแลกเปลี่ยนเกี่ยวกับทุกเรื่องด้วยภาษาอังกฤษเพื่อสนับสนุนให้คนไทยกล้าที่จะใช้ภาษาอังกฤษในชีวิตประจำวันมากขึ้นโดยที่ไม่สนใจว่าจะใช้ไวยากรณ์ถูกหรือไม่แต่จะเน้นใช้เพื่อสื่อสารเป็นหลักโดยมีดิฉันเป็นผู้ดำเนินรายการหลักค่ะในวันนี้นะคะเราจะมาพูดคุยกันเรื่อง Introverts versus Extroverts โดยได้รับเกียรติจากแขกรับเชิญพิเศษทั้ง3ท่านนะคะที่จะมาร่วมพูดคุยแลกเปลี่ยนและแสดงความคิดเห็นในประเด็นดังกล่าวด้วยกันค่ะขอต้อนรับอาจารย์วานิซ่าป๊อปและแซนดี้ค่ะ
เย้ Hello
Okay Now let's speak in English. Before we go into a real conversation about the topic, I have a question to ask you first. What do you think about your social life? Are you an outgoing person or love spending time alone or both?
I think that I'm not a very outgoing person. Yeah, I'm quite. I like to talk, but usually only in pairs, one-on-one. Yeah. But with a group of people, I tend to be quieter. Yeah. How about you guys?
For me, I think I'm actually an introvert. Like most people also tell me like that. Like, but that doesn't mean I cannot go and join any social events or I don't have any social life. But I prefer spending time alone. Yeah, and it's just that I can still be able to go outside, spend time with friends too.
So you both of you are like to spending time alone, right? Is it?
I like to spend time alone. Yeah. If I choose to spend time alone, but not if people force me to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I think I blend in two ways. I think I'm not like straight to extrovert. Sometimes when I stay alone or when I have some free time or my holiday, I just stay in my home, my apartment. But sometimes I think if I have chance to go to outside to see the new friends, to make some new friends or something like that, to make new conversation with other people, I think it's good for me. Yeah.
What about you, Earn? Are you more social person or do you like to be alone?
I think I'm both of them. I like to spending time alone and I like to socialize with people too.
So is that the same thing as extrovert and introvert? Maybe you can or someone can explain the meaning of introvert and extrovert.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the meaning, I've done some research and they say that extrovert and introverts is how people gain their energy by what they do to their social life. For extroverts, they'll prefer being with people they love, being like go to the party or go outside, do any activity. They might be an outgoing person doing any activity make them recharge their energy and they feel good with that. Like they can go like maybe every day, I don't know, but how to say, when ในอาทิตย์นึงหลายครั้ง
Many times in a week?
Yeah. Many times a week.
Okay.
And for an introvert, doesn't mean that they can handle people, cannot be with people, but they just recharge their energy by being alone. They can sometimes go out with people, but still they have to come back to like their own thought. They focus on their own thought, their own world, like inside them. So I think it's not like extroverts is always an outgoing person and introverts is always be alone like that. And there is also some words, what do they call ambivert? That means a person that can be an extrovert or introvert.
An introvert extrovert then
Introvert, extrovert.
So it's more of a spectrum, right?
Yes.
yeah
I see. So I wonder this makes me think of one time when I went to a concert. I was telling my friends the other day I went to this concert one time. It was I think at Dontan Market. Yeah, and a big concert, and I had a lot of fun. I loved it. Right, I danced.
Yeah.
But after that, I felt so. My energy was gone, depleted, and not just a little bit, like for a month. I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, I know.
So I wonder if that means that I'm an introvert. Yeah. Because I did enjoy myself and I had fun. I like being around other people, but it's true that when I'm outgoing, when I have to force myself to be outgoing, my energy just drops a lot afterwards, after that. So
I think maybe I'm kind of same to you then. Maybe because I like to spend time with people, like my friends, my best friend. We go out a lot, but then I had to spend time alone too, because it's like I have to recharge my energy by spending time alone, like watching Netflix, read some books, and I did have fun when I go out with my friends too.
Yeah, I have some my friends. She's like extrovert completely. She love to go outside with other people, to go bar, makes new friends, or everything happen in outside in her life, you know. Yeah, and and she didn't want to came back home or came back her house, something like that. She loved to go outside anywhere.
Yeah, I also have that kind of friend. Like, I was wondering why she have an energy to go out every night like that, and spend time party with people, or how can she do that? How can she does that?
So do we have? So it seems like we have extroverts and introverts. Do we have any ambiverts? Who's perfect balance between the two?
I've heard that in some theory. I've already forget who said that, but he said everyone is an ambivert. No one is completely an introvert or extrovert. Maybe it's up to their experience or what they have faced that make them introverts.
I was wondering that too, because when I said that, you know, I like to be. Actually, I don't really necessarily like to be alone, but with my family growing up, I think we were an introverted family, right? So we didn't go out and meet a lot of people all the time. You know, once a week is okay for me to meet other people, but I like to be home with the family, and we're not really talking to each other that much, just in the same space, but kind of with ourselves. So maybe I was kind of socialized to become more introverted that way, because that's what I'm used to in America.
I can relate.
Yeah?
Because my family like don't go out every day, like every week. They rarely go out like แปลว่าไงดีนะ like go on a travel or kind of that, but they always go out to work, only work, go to the field, to the garden, kind of that. So it's like if every time we go out we have to go to work, not travel. So maybe that could make me be introvert, but I think I am an ambivert, like Bob said. Yeah. What about you guys?
About ambivert, right? I I think ambivert is the middle. So middle, and I think it how can I say? It's good for everyone to balance your life. Okay, you stay alone, but sometimes you can go outside and to conversation other people, to do some activity with family or something like that. I think it's the middle way to. It's good way.
So on the spectrum, Sandy, are you more on the extrovert side?
Yeah, I do the Bob Cheese and the program.
Oh, it's like a
the
personality test.
Yeah.
You didn't send me the personality
So
test.
you want to try?
She got ไอ้นั่น ENFJ, right?
ENFJ.
It's the personality of the protagonist. If I'm not wrong, the
But I think I'm not.
protagonist.
You know.
Right?
This is why
It's the protagonist.
Sandy is in charge of our TikTok channel.
You see me, I'm extrovert, right? Okay.
Seems like it. And so you're more of an introvert, but not
Yes.
not. You have some extrovert
Yeah, I think I have.
characteristics too.
Because of the environment. Because some of my friends did go outside. If sometimes if I always stay alone, they may look at me like, oh, why you're boring like this. So-
The boring introvert.
You're boring introvert, so we have to change. I don't know.
So do you think that there's more pressure on introverts to change and be more extroverted from society?
Maybe because human needs socialize, right? So I think more social skill is they have gain more advantage.
Definitely.
I think maybe what I'm going to say, maybe it's not related to your question that much, but I think it reminds me of the meme that they said like an extrovert adopt introverts to be friends. Like introvert don't
Introverted.
make new friends,
Yeah, they have
but
to be
extrovert adopt them
Oh.
to be their friends, like adopt them.
Why do you think that would be? That the extrovert will want to adopt an introvert?
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe introverts didn't have courage to make friends first, to be the one who try to.
I can see why the introvert might not be the one to initiate the friendship. But why would the extrovert want to be friends with the introvert? Is it because they opposites attract?
Could be.
For me,
The extrovert will have the answer.
no, but when I speak for other people, and I don't want to live there alone, you know. I'm not too talking just by myself, just okay, blah 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 blah, and friends it. Okay, and I don't want to.
You want them to interact?
Yeah,
right?
to interact, and I don't leave them behind. Yeah, and
So the extrovert maybe brings like the attitude that we should treat other people how we want to be treated.
Yes.
So they might assume that the introvert wants more attention to be
yeah.
brought out of their shell, right?
Maybe introvert do that too this year. Do that. We should treat other the way we want to be treated, and then they're like, no, don't touch me.
So we will not interact with people. But I think that it seems like society is more set up for extroverts in some way. Do you think so?
Why do you think like that?
Maybe it's because I just read right before we started this podcast. I read that extroverts tend to be more satisfied with their job, So then I thought, does that mean that extroverts or introverts need to develop some skills or something so they will be more satisfied with their job? Or maybe it's because jobs are made for extroverts. But I guess it depends on the job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, I saw some article about this as well, like the job that you can do, like even though you are an introvert, but you can be like the speakers kind of that job that you might have to talk a lot or like meet a lot of people, but you can do like how to improve the skill even though you are introverts, maybe.
Yeah, actually, even if a job is made more for introverts, I think that getting the job, you might need to be more extroverted. So this is one thing that I talk about with the job application lecture that I do. It's not just about having an interview, being good at the interview, but also networking before you get that interview. So in the whole networking process, so that you get connections in order to eventually get your job, maybe you need to be extroverted, air quotes, like you have to act extroverted in order to get their attention. I think that's what I think that must be what I'm thinking of when I think society is kind of pushes us to be more extroverted in some way. I think you had some other words that you're gonna explain to us, which I think are Thai words, even though they're in English.
Oh, yeah. So in Thailand, we have an introvert and extrovert thing. Yeah, intra and extra. So basically, it's mean like we connect the spectrum with the internet. Like because everyone has their social media life, right? So like someone who consider themselves as an introvert and they also like to share something about their life on social media. So they might be like introvert. And the opposite, if someone consider themselves as an extrovert, but they also like to have some private life on social media and they don't talk about things on social media, they could be an extrovert. Yeah, that's it.
It's the new thing.
So do any of us identify with introvert or extrovert?
It's pretty confusing. I think I'm just gonna say like I'm a private person. That's it. Even though I have social media, yeah, I'm a private person. For now, I rarely share my life on social media. So, yeah, even though I'm not an extrovert, but I don't think myself as an extrovert.
So you're an introvert both online and in person.
I'm not sure in my case if it's count to an introvert because I play a lot of social media, but I didn't share a lot about myself. There will only be like memes in news or something like I share a lot, but not about myself. I don't know what is it count then. What am I then?
I feel like when you put in the internet, it becomes quite complicated because even on the internet, it's almost another story altogether, right? I'm not sure if it goes together with introvert, extrovert.
But my social media, I'm not post too much about my life when I go to travel. Just the word, okay, I post. But my daily life, I'm not post too much.
Can I say something more? Can I add something? When I was little, like probably starting to using a Facebook, maybe around 2014 or 15, I was like to be like an open person. Like I want to share my life, my story on social media. Like I want to be public. I want attention. And then the older I get, I want to be more private, and I don't want to share my life on social media anymore. And I also have planned like stop playing social media after graduate. So maybe we should slowly fade away, and then no one will recognize me anymore. Yeah. If you want to talk, just call me. Like kind of that.
One of those people. Why is that? Why is it that you became less of an open book on social media?
I don't think people really care, and I also don't care too. So it's a fair play, huh?
I see. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a little bit natural for as we're younger. When we're younger, we like to imagine everyone's gonna read our life story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I've always been an open book on social media in some ways. I don't spend a lot of time updating, but I don't know. In some ways, open book, some ways not. So I guess I don't know what to call myself for that either. It's a little complicated, right? Because then we get into the rules about, or with social media, it's not just what we want to do, but maybe also what's like safe for us to do, or what we like, I don't know. It can be too much sometimes. You can share too much private information. It can be unsafe.
Yeah.
Teacher, can you explain open book? Open book is you live out of the social media.
You can use open book for in person or online. Just meaning, if you say I'm an open book, it means I'm willing to share anything about my life. Which isn't true for me. I'm not really an open book. But almost. There's a lot that I'm willing to share. I don't have a big filter. Just a little filter.
When we talk about open book, I think of it reminds me of someone that I saw on the internet. Like they always kind of do like story time content. Always like want to share about their experience or their life, kind of that. Yeah, it's like everyone on the internet get involved on their life a lot.
Yeah. Which can be both a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like,
yeah.
Actually, sharing your experience can help people, right? Especially if, you've gone through something and you want to share how you got through it, or resources and that kind of thing. But of course, with internet, as soon as it gets bigger, as soon as you get some attention, then there will be the trolls who come. So you really have to have that strong skin if you're gonna share that much.
Yeah. จบลงไปแล้วสำหรับการพูดคุยในหัวข้อ Introverts versus Extroverts ทุกท่านฟังแล้วมีความคิดเห็นอย่างไรกันบ้างคะ That's it for today. What about you guys? Do you think you are an introvert or an extrovert? Tell me what you think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you to all the guests for joining me today. Okay, now last but not least, if you have an idea for topic that you want to talk about or want to join, please leave your comment and I will leave our contact in the description box. We will come back again with another interesting topic next week on Friday. Stay cool and attractive. See you.
See you.
Goodbye.
Bye.